Hello everybody. Today we'll study the pathway of cerebrospinal fluid in the brain and spinal cord. So this is a very small topic from the chapter Neural Control and Coordination of class 11th NCERT Biology. Okay, so we'll quickly study about the pathway of CSF. Before that, I'd like to tell you what is CSF. Okay, CSF is basically, in layman's language, you can say the fluid, okay, that runs in your entire brain and the spinal cord. Okay, so we'll study the pathway of that fluid. Okay, how that fluid runs from one paracele to diacele and then to metacele and then to spinal cord. Okay, so basically how it runs through brain ventricles. What are brain ventricles? They are the hollow spaces in the brain where this fluid is present. Okay, so quickly we'll start off. This is the structure. Okay, this is a structure of brain and spinal cord presented in a 2D form so that you can understand how CSF starts from here and runs to the entire column of spinal cord. Okay, so quickly we'll start with the Roman number 1. Okay, basically these Roman numerals are nothing but they are the ventricles of the brain. There are 4 ventricles of the brain and they are named accordingly. Okay, so quickly first we'll name the ventricles. The first and second ventricles of the brain are combinedly called paracele or lateral ventricle. Okay, so first and second, okay, you can see they are laterally placed, so they are called paracele, or they are also called as lateral ventricles. Lateral ventricle. Okay, then we'll second. Now, first and second spaces, the first and second ventricle of the brain are laterally placed to each other and they are combinedly called paracele. Okay, then the second one is not second, first and second are covered. Now, the third space is known as diacele. Okay, the second space is known as diacele. First and second Roman numeral are paracele, the first 2 ventricles, the third ventricle is diacele, and the fourth ventricle is metacele. Okay, so the fourth ventricle is metacele. So these are the 4 ventricles of the brain, and this diacele marks the middle line of the brain. Okay, this is the midline of the brain. So you'll know that this is the center part of your brain. Okay, the cerebrum, that the where the corpora quadrigemina is present. Okay, the midbrain. So this is the midline of the brain. Okay, so this has been represented in this form. Okay, so now CSF. Okay, CSF. I'll show CSF with red color. Okay, so basically CSF is present. Okay, now this CSF, now the flow of CSF with red pen starts from paracele, okay, and then this passes from paracele to diacele through this hole or orifice or pathway known as foramen of Monro. Okay, so this pathway is known as foramen of Monro. So this hole present over here is known as foramen of Monro. Foramen of Monro. So this is foramen of Monro, or it is also called as interventricular foramen. Okay, it is known as interventricular foramen. Okay, so this was the pathway from paracele to diacele. So now it comes out through this pathway into diacele, and now the CSF is present in the diacele. And now from diacele it moves to metacele through a particular structure. Okay, this particular pathway shown with red outline. Okay, this blue light outline is the outline of the ventricle of the brain. But this red outline is basically the another pathway which is known as ITER or ether, okay? And it is known by the name duct of Sylvius or cerebral aqueduct. So I'll mention it, okay? This is this particular pathway is known as cerebral aqueduct. So this pathway is cerebral aqueduct, or you can also say or ITER. Okay, so this is nothing but a pathway from diaceal to metaceal. So this fluid runs through this pathway or aqueduct, cerebral aqueduct or ITER through to metaceal. Okay, so now this runs to metaceal, and this space, this fourth ventricle, is known as metaceal. Okay, so now from paraceal it moves to diaceal. So first of all, CSF is present in paraceal, then it is present in, then it goes to diaceal, and then it goes to metaceal. Okay, and from paraceal, from foramen of Monro to diaceal, from diaceal through aqueduct, cerebral aqueduct or ITER to metaceal. Now, what happens to CSF in metaceal? Now it flushes out of the brain. It flushes out of the brain through these foramens. Okay, and also from metaceal it goes to the central cavity of spinal cord. Okay, from metaceal it also runs through the central cavity of spinal cord and also flushes out of the brain. Okay, flushes out of the brain, and from where it flushes out of the brain, that foramen is known as foramen of Luschka. This foramen is known as foramen of Luschka or lateral foramina, because it is present laterally. Okay, so lateral foramina. Okay, now this little hole from which CSF goes from metaceal to central cavity of spinal cord is known as foramen of Magendie. Foramen of Magendie. Okay, and it is also known as median foramina. Median foramina. So there are four pathways through which CSF runs: foramen of Monro, cerebral aqueduct or ITER, foramen of Luschka, and foramen of Magendie. And this is central cavity of spinal cord. Okay, and this is foramen of Luschka. Okay, it is 2 in number. This is also foramen of Luschka, and this is also foramen of Luschka. But there is one foramen of Magendie which is known as median foramina. Okay, so this was the pathway of CSF in your brain. Okay, so look at this, and then I'll make a flow chart of how this CSF is flowing. So now we'll see the flow chart. Okay, I'll remove this. So I'll make the flow chart over here. So the flow chart is from first two ventricles, first and second ventricle. There is from first and second ventricle, there is foramen of Monro. Okay, so foramen of Monro. From foramen of Monro, it goes to third ventricle. Okay, and third ventricle is diastole. Okay, running parallel. Okay, third ventricle is diastole. From diastole, it will run to cerebral iter. Okay, which is cerebral aqueduct or duct of Sylvius. Okay, duct of Sylvius. Duct of Sylvius. From iter, it will go to metacele, the fourth ventricle. Okay, the fourth ventricle. So the from fourth ventricle, which is the metacele, it has two pathways. First pathway is this, and second pathway is this. The first pathway is foramen of Lashka. So I'm writing it just foramen and foramen. So foramen of Lashka and foramen of Magendie. So foramen of Lashka is lateral foramina, and from it will go outside the brain. Okay, so it will go outside brain. Okay, it will go outside brain. Outside brain means into the subarachnoid space. Okay, where the CSF is present. Okay, and then from foramen of Magendie, it will go to central cavity of spinal cord. So from foramen of Magendie, it will go to central cavity of spinal cord. So this was the flow chart, and this is the diagrammatic view of pathway of CSF in brain and spinal cord. Okay, so have a look at it. Okay. So this was a small topic of pathway of CSF in your brain and spinal cord, explained with all the details. Okay. So for more videos of biology, class 11th and 12th, stay tuned and keep supporting. If you like this video, subscribe and press the bell icon for further notifications. Thank you.